Hey guys, it's Glenn from Glenn'sCarCollection.com, and we're driving one of my favorite cars today, a 2016 AMG GTS. My friend just bought this car certified pre-owned, and if you, wow, this car sounds amazing. We got a 4-liter turbocharged V8. Now my turbo sounds terrible. This turbo sounds amazing. Obviously it's a V8, but still. All right. So we'll get around the slow car here. 503 horsepower, dual clutch transmission. Let's go. Oh my God. Well, the first thing I can tell you, it's much faster than my 911. Holy shit. And rear drive the way it should be. So we're driving in Sport Plus mode. The dual clutch in Mercedes is really amazing. I had a 2014 and 15 AMG, and I can tell already that this is way better. So you have the long hood here for the V8. The car is really like a front engine, a mid-engine, front mid-engine car, because the engine is really stuffed back into the car. Oh wow, look at this. You can really downshift. It rev matches perfectly. Wow. Now I rode it in comfort mode in its stiffest sport setting. It'll probably be a little too bumpy for the camera here, but in this comfort mode, even in Sport Plus mode with the exhaust wide open, it just sounds phenomenal. And the ride is very good, and the handling is very, very flat. So we can go up through the gears. It's a 7-speed. We even got a boost gauge here. You can play around with these controls here. I love the analog gauges that the AMGs have. I'm sure it's a gas guzzler. Wow. Just the torque alone is amazing in this car. Now, if you follow the channel, you know when we first started in 2017, we got to drive the AMG GT on the track. We're gonna go here, actually. AMG GTR on the track. And I'm telling you, this is 90% of that car. Wow. This is 90% of that GTR, which costs $200,000. And this can be had in the 70, 80, 90,000 price range. This car was just bought CPO, only 4,000 original miles. We have Pilot Super Sports here, which is another amazing tire. It's good in the wet, it's good in the dry. Wow, this car is better than advertised. Money well spent. I love that it's rear drive, and I love that it's almost like a muscle car. And that was fire, it wasn't police. I love that it's a muscle car, but you still kind of got the sports car handling, which makes this really the best of both worlds. The AMGs before were just about handling, where they didn't, I'm sorry, were just about engines. They didn't have the handling, they didn't have the brakes, they didn't have the control of the chassis, and you know, they were almost like straight line muscle cars. I used to always say, if you want an American muscle car, get an AMG, because they'll have all the modern conveniences, the luxury, and then all that power. But now, these AMGs really compete with the BMWs. They're really amazing handling cars. All right, little acceleration. Wow. Oh my God. I'm really impressed with this dual clutch transmission. So competitors obviously the 911, which would be the 991 generation like my car. And believe it or not, this car is essentially the same size. I think it's within an inch. Obviously the 911, this has more front interior room than my car does. Obviously a much longer hood. And remember, the 911 has some small rear seats. You got huge brakes that really stop the car. Power is nothing without control. But I love the torque down low, and I love how it really pulls out of corners. I'm glad they left this rear drive. So again, it competes with the 911. Obviously, they sell well more 911s than this car. So obviously, if you want to stand out, this may be your best bet. I like it even tells you to upshift. That muscle car is trying to keep it. I'll up with us behind us. It's like a Chevelle or something, a 1970. Just wait till we get to these turns and see what happens. Another car this competes with is the Jaguar F-Type. And I'm telling you, the build quality in this car is 1,000 times better. I love the F-Type, and probably before I drove this car, I would tell you to get the F-Type, but this is way better than the F-Type. It's even got better sound than the F-Type, if that's even possible. Wow, I can't believe how good this car is. I'm telling you, you don't need an R. Just get the GTS. Now, the GTS came out in 2016. That was the first model year. So what was available was the S and the base. This has about 50 more horsepower than the base, and it's definitely a different animal. So where I like the base 911 in this car, I would definitely go the S. And if you're wondering what the C is actually the wide body version of this car. So the C kind of slots in between the S and the R. So I would think that the GTS is all you need. If you could stomach a six-figure car and the depreciation that goes with it, you can certainly get the C, which will give you the wide body, and the convertible is available in the C and other variants as well. And that probably does a whole new level of driving experience. But believe me, you don't need it. This is all you need right here. And that's all the acceleration you need. I really love this steering wheel, just how it feels in your hand. You got good 9 and 3 position. Unlike some other cars, you actually have very good paddle shifters here standard. It's not like the old Porsches that you have to go to the upgraded wheel to get it, or do it for the with the McLaren. You had to pay extra to get the shifters, the bigger shifters. Here it works really, really well. And again, this dual clutch has improved so much. For a 2016, it's probably one of the best out there. The downside of having a beast like this with 503 horsepower is slow traffic. And these are the best turns too, coming up right here. All right, so let's talk again. Competitors, I think the biggest two are 911 and the F-Type. Honestly, I think I would choose this over both. This was a close, I almost bought this exact car before I found my Miami blue car, a white with this interior, because this interior is an optional interior, and it's worth every penny, just the color contrast with the black and the red. Don't try this at home, kids. Amazing car. This is like supercar performance, and you know, everyday livability, everyday maintenance. This is a CPO, so you get 12 months unlimited warranty, unlimited mileage too. Now Mercedes, BMW, and Audi, they used to give 2 years. That's gone now. Only Porsche still gives that. The other German manufacturers just go with 1 year CPO, but you can't go wrong with a low mileage car like this, and you can certainly find low mileage cars. And this could be smooth enough as your daily driver. We're driving in comfort mode, and the handling is still very flat, and you can drive this to work every day. You can have your significant other in the passenger seat, and I think you'll be just fine. The sound alone is worth the price of emissions. That's something I don't have with my car, because it's turbocharged, but it's not an 8-cylinder. Wow. Just the torque in this car is incredible. The black wheels on this car. Obviously, you know I love black wheels. All right, we're gonna end our video. So guys, thanks for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.